All right, good morning and welcome back to the Tokyo Sydney overlap. It is 7 p.m. Eastern, so good evening to those who are joining from the western side of the world, and good morning to those who are joining from the eastern side of the world. That is Sydney, Japan, that is Tokyo, India, and other countries on the eastern side. So let's get started straight away with the Euro USD daily chart up flashing up on your screens. Prices have again pushed higher towards 1.0920 in the past few hours. It looks like a lower degree impulse wave. We'll come to that later on. But just to begin the day, it is once again confirmed, and we stick to our previous observation of Euro uh, uptrend very much intact with uh, minor degree 5 wave rally followed by a minor degree corrective decline, and should be ideally followed by a minor degree impulse wave, and it should carry forward, it should carry us through above 1.1275 possibly. Right, that's the price action 1.1275, which needs to be taken out principally for the pattern to complete, and within that rally we are potentially moving into the third wave at minute degree, and furthermore the third wave is still extending, so we've got much higher levels to discover. The only thing is we are waiting for a corrective decline. Actually, we've gotten on the long side already from 850, but I wanted to book some partial profits, but we've taken, we've closed the position in anticipation of because of two reasons. One, booking partial profits is always recommended, and two, we are always giving ourselves a chance to buy a bit lower if it drops. Okay, and what we are seeing right now is the decline was three waves, and the rally thereafter looks to be a potential impulse. That is a lower degree. If we can go on an hourly chart, maybe there would be more clarification. This is, I don't think it's an impulse, but it is a five wave move. So at least we can put it into a category of motive wave, correct? If not, impulse could be leading diagonal. So we've got wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So just in case if it's a leading diagonal complete, then we should be seeing a corrective decline, uh, potentially towards 1.086070 again, where we should be buying again. All right, and that could be again a lower degree wave 2 before the rally continues towards 1.11 and higher levels. I tell you what, these bulls are not in a mood to give up anytime soon. They might be they might be willing to push towards 985 very soon, if not later. Right. So trading point of view, we've taken partial profits. You can also do that, but please do not exit complete positions on the long side. It would be very difficult for us to fetch again, uh, in just in case if the rally continues to push through 985. Right. It's a partial booking recommendation, uh, with hold with continue to hold at least a few long positions in your on your table. All right. Okay, so that's the story for Euro USD. I think it's time for the dollar index now. This particular move of the sideways action is still not getting very clear whether we are going to see a corrective wave higher or not. It remains to be seen. But one thing is very clear: we are moving within 5 waves lower against 110.10. I repeat, sir, we are moving lower within the 5 waves of minor degree from 110.10 high. All right. And going forward, it will be interesting to see if we continue lower from here. We have booked partial profit. We have issued short-term profit booking in the dollar index. We would be inclined to sell more, but please do not completely sell. Please do not completely cover your short positions. Have at least some positions uh, in your kitty, so that if it continues pushing dragging lower from here, we still have at least some positions in hand. All right. So that's the scenario and the larger degree picture of the dollar index. It continues to remain absolutely bearish. It's a definite sell on rallies or potential sell on rallies call in the dollar index. Vis-a-vis buy on dips call for the Euro USD. Now it is it is quite baffling. It could be a triangle in the making as well, where you've got A, B, C, D, and wave E, or it is uh, trying to convert into an expanded flat, maybe A, B, C. We need to wait and watch for the price action. But tell you what, it's please don't try to buy counter trend. That's for sure. We have tried it in the past, and in any instrument where we've tried it, it's always been on the negative side. Specifically, I think in Bitcoin and also gold. All right. So counter trending is not recommended actually. It's better to wait. If you're booked all profits, it's better to wait for a corrective wave to push through 104. I think 104.26 now. That's the that's the 23% retracement, and the second one is 104.90, which is the 38.2% corrective, which is a 38.2% retracement. All right, so that's the scenario. In the dollar index, remain on the short side, please. And it is always good to book partial profits. That's what we have done in the portal. That doesn't mean that please. That doesn't mean you take complete profits. It's only a partial booking. We have mentioned in the comment that we will be looking to sell higher again. All right. So if you do have holding positions more than one, then please exit only the partial pot. It would be difficult sometimes to catch or fetch another short position. All right. So let me just remove. I think it's okay. We can keep the Fibonacci ratios. That's the primary Fibonacci ratio extension, and these are the third wave extension, third of third wave extensions. So let's keep it as it is. I think the third of third wave should terminate somewhere around 10150, which would be minute, which would be sub minute wave 5 and minute wave 3. All right, and then we'll have so we have minute wave 4 and 5. That would complete the minute wave 3. So just imagine we've got quite a few waves to go on the lower side. So let's remain short in the dollar index now. All right, GBP USD it's gone out of the hand. Another new high, but a shallow one though. It's who knows, it's going to continue rallying from here itself. So I would not recommend any other trade suggestions except for holding long positions and keep buying on dips. These are the Fibonacci ratios where we will find support, or we should ideally find support. The overall trend remains firmly bullish with the minute wave 1 in place, minute wave 2 in place, and then we've got the third wave 1, 2. And again, we would say third of third wave, if we begin to subdivide, it is again 1, 2, 3, possibly wave 4, and the fifth wave. So the third of third wave is still unfolding, and that would be let's try and find the extension of the third of the third wave. That itself is pointing towards 3100 easily. So it's good to minute wave 3 is going to go much higher actually, because sub minute wave 1, 2, and sub minute 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That would be sub minute wave 3 and 4 and 5, which will take us to minute wave 3. I think by the time prices complete the minute wave 3 higher, we would be above 1.34 in pound, and then we'll have minute wave 4, sorry, not minute, and 5 to fetch us even higher levels above 1.34. Right, so that's the story in pound. The larger degree picture in pound always remains continues to remain on the long side, and there you can see we've had a neat little impulse followed by a complex uh, combination for a running flat WXY, and now we have wave 1 and 2 in place, and wave 3 is progressing neatly and very clearly towards a new high, actually 1.34. Alright, sir. So that is the story in pound. If we go back to gold, gold has also tested its recent highs around 3000. Now it remains to be seen if the yellow metal is wanting to push higher further towards 3030 or produce a corrective decline from here, because corrective drops are extremely shallow right now. Even if we believe that wave 4 minute degree completed just shy of 2810, that's okay. I mean, it can remain shy, but most of the time when it remains a bit shy by about a few points, it turns back actually after maybe an X wave or a corrective rally. Who knows if this is going to be a W, X, and Y? I mean, I'm still keeping my options open towards a WXY as well till the time we are in the vicinity of 3000, 3010, because that is a an ABC, and again we have an ABC. We can always have another ABC. All right. So and prices are quite stretched. I'm not able to see the RSI. Maybe I'll have to refresh the trading view. But tell you what, the price is moving in one direction so quickly without any meaningful break is really not what it should happen. All right. So see that. Look at that wave too. The time it has taken, almost 5 weeks. 5 weeks starting 24th February brings us to uh, first week of April, and we still have quite a few calendar trading days, or calendar days for the first week of April to come through. So in terms of the time perspective, wave 2 and wave 4 are still not in sync, and who knows if it's going to be a WXY, a combination. I think that should work out fine. All right. Okay, so okay, trading point of view, we would like to remain flat. Remember, we booked profits in gold yesterday, not yesterday, I mean yesterday for me, but in the last session, the New York, after the New York session. And that was a good move because prices are now again back about 3,000, and we would have been just entering negative territories if the short positions were not taken. All right, maybe it can give us more room to sell higher, possibly towards 3,000, 3,050 or so. I'm still not convinced with this pattern being complete. It's possibly three down and another three up. It could reverse very sharply towards 2940. Now, even if we begin to believe that the fifth wave of minute degree is underway, and if it's underway, and where should we enter buying? I think we should be entering buying somewhere in that vicinity, about 2940. All right. So that is the story in gold. Remain flat for now, please. I mean, we're not inclined to recommend buy as well around this price. It's almost a lifetime high in gold, and a corrective wave is what is called for before entering on the long side, at least towards 2940. And selling again is very aggressive. It would be very aggressive, so we wouldn't recommend that as well right now. But if a good risk reward ratio is seen, then we would be pushing through the portal again. All right, and let's view the next story in Bitcoin. We've taken, for those who are just joining, we bought around at 80,000, and we just took profits before coming live here around the 84,000. The reason being that the sideways consolidation is continuing. We might, it's wave A, B, maybe a triangle is forming. So we would like to wait for another entry lower. Who knows, the entire pattern is unfolding as an expanded flat or no or something. But we have adjusted the wave counts. If you have noticed, we have adjusted the wave counts from minute wave 4 being pushed from that price to this price, and possibly we might have still gotten minute wave 5 to be print higher. We are just taking our chance to relabel. If prices continue pushing lower from here and dropping towards the 65,000 mark, I think we would we would again come back to the primary wave down or primary downtrend, right? But at least for now, it looks like we would give a benefit of doubt about minute wave 4 potentially complete, but prices should hold above 76 for that outlook to remain intact. because we've got wave 1, expanded flat wave 2, that could be wave 3, 4 and 5 complete as well. So it's a tricky situation right now. If the fifth wave is still unfolding, we will have another low. That would actually raise doubts about a potential new high. So we might have to shift again towards wave 4 there. Right now, we've just tentatively moved a potential wave 4 here with a potential rally. At least we should see a corrective wave. That's what we are inclined. The reason to book for profits was to take it partially, but since it's not possible, we would recommend you to take partial profits, and we will allow ourselves some room to sell higher around the 93 mark. All right. So that is the story in Bitcoin. You can hold on to your long positions, but we are not holding, or not. We were not going to hold above 96 any case. So we are trying to attempt buying lower again, but if you're inclined to hold on to your longs, that's not a bad idea. Have your stop losses firmly around 976, around just below that low. All right. Okay, so let's bring the current session to a pause now. Before doing that, we'll have a quick look at the Dow Jones. It seems like the indices are now beginning to cut loose on the north side, sir. And I believe we might have just gotten the first impulse wave. There you see 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, or the third wave is extending. We're just waiting for a corrective decline, possibly. Let's find out the retracements. A corrective wave towards 4130, 41300. That would be a nice place to enter on the long side and continue. Let's say the targets. Let's find out the targets here. Corrective wave followed by, at least 42,000, maybe 44,000 is not a bad idea as well, where we could expect a larger degree wave too. All right, so we are. I don't know what happened. That's some kind of scripting. Okay. All right, another story, another picture could be a larger degree corrective wave complete now. You can see it's 535 kind of a story wave picture, which could be completing. I don't know, but we have to keep our options open, both sides. It's either the larger degree trend has turned lower, or a corrective wave of much larger degree is now complete, and prices might retrace or bring us to a new high. But I'm the chances for going towards a new high for me personally only about 10% or so. I would rather wait for a corrective wave back towards the 43,000. That's a 61.8% touch. Possibly even if it goes to 44,000, no problems at all. It's a welcome move. But this is what I would like to look for, and to enter selling again. All right. Let's remove the 23% now. It's not yet required. All right. Look at that. 38% is not too far away. 42,200, and who knows if it can actually push towards the 42,200 now itself. but we will definitely take a chance of buying if we get a corrective move towards 41,300 and then extend it towards 43,300, taking a 2,000 point cut, and then we'll reverse from there again. All right, so let's bring it a pause here, and those are the stories as we move into the beginning of 18th of March. And once again, thank you for tuning in, and as always, until the next one, which is London Times, please do take care and God bless. Goodbye.